afternoon, guys. It is Tuesday. Are y'all ready for that tea that we about to bring? I have no idea why I'm starting to sing, but yeah. Cannot. Can the hell not? I don't know what in the world. Is it gonna work or not? There we go.
Oh, hey, it took
Hey,
mad long.
I
Instagram
know.
really don't be trying to mess with us.
I know.
Instagram do not like us. For real. I'm gonna put a filter on y'all because I'm in the car today. So I don't want y'all
I'm
in my
sorry. I'm gonna let y'all
I
know
don't
now.
want y'all in my background like that. So I'm gonna put me on a little filter so y'all don't be oh, this one is cute.
Okay.
Yes, honey. All right.
Mm-mm.
We waiting for y'all to get in here. What is this thing doing? See? Instagram don't want me to be great. It's just
Yeah,
messing
they
up.
never do. What the hell?
Hey, Ash with the
Hey,
cash.
Don Julio D. Oh, yeah.
Hey,
Just let
followers,
y'all know.
listeners, whatever we about to call y'all.
Um,
Hey. So as y'all can see, if y'all can see it in the little description, it says absolutely don't understand child support. So that's what our little that's what we're gonna be doing today. That's our topic. We're gonna be talking about
mm-mm.
child support and shit like that.
Which is like, yo, if y'all don't, I'm sorry for the men out there that's on child support. If y'all don't understand child support, it's like the most easiest shit ever. Like, what in the world? Like, I'm sorry.
Yeah, like
If y'all
just pay
not
y'all
helping
money and keep
your
it
baby
moving.
mom or significant other, whatever they is to you at that point, if y'all not helping them out, y'all gonna get put on
Well, I
child
think
support.
at that point they gotta be baby moms. Because if I'm
Well,
putting you
yeah,
on child support, that means we not together no more.
that's
That
a
means we
fact.
ain't even fucking with each other no more.
Heavy, but that's
But then that's
crazy.
just it.
Yeah.
I got my own take on child support. Y'all know me. I'm always for the community. Hey, friend. I'm for the
Mm-hmm.
community, but I'll be not for the community sometimes. So, like, I don't know where you want to start it off. You want to go first on your take on child support?
Girl, my take
Or,
on child support. I don't know. I feel like that was the. I don't know. I was thinking about it earlier because once we made the segment for today and it was chosen, I thought back when my oldest Josiah, everybody knows that my oldest Josiah was born, and I did go with one of my girlfriends, Kiana, and she would tell you if she doesn't feel like
shout
telling you,
out
I'm
to
gonna tell you.
Kiana.
Um, it was a very emotional process for me because I was like in defense. So Kiana would tell you like I didn't know what I was doing. I talked to my mom because she's been through it with her baby fathers. And I was just like, listen, he don't even got a job at this point. It's like, what's the reason? Like, why would I even do this knowing that he probably ain't gonna help me out? So it was a very emotional status because I feel like a lot of females, that's not like our first choice. I feel like we talked to y'all first. I know I talked to my baby father first. I was letting him know, like, listen, if you don't help me with diapers, wipes, clothes, shoot. I was breastfeeding, so I didn't really need formula. I breastfed, but TMI, but hey, it's out there. I breastfed both of my children, so I was mostly asking for like support before I even got EBT. I was asking for help. So he would play along like, oh, he'll buy me like the little tiny little bags, like the little 14 packs or 12 packs of diapers. I'm just like, bro, it's a whole infant. They go through them things like every day. Like I need like the big pack, like the big old Huggies 72, 80, whatever pack. So when me and Kiana did go to New Brunswick and I did file for child support, I was kind of
Damn, you
scared
putting
as
your whole business out there. Now everybody about to know you in New Brunswick. They about to look
yeah.
your case up and everything.
Go ahead, look it up. You're gonna be very disappointed at that nigga. I'm sorry, Instagram, but you're gonna be very
Yeah, don't
disappointed.
don't block us.
Um, yeah, please don't. We just being fun. But when I did it, I talked to her in the car. I was like, "Yo, did I do the right thing?" But it's like thinking back now, I feel like I did because now my kids are older. They're 5 and 6. So he does pay child support now. Kudos to him. He pays child support now because I guess he sees like it does kind of fuck y'all niggas up too. Like it takes away y'all license. Y'all license will be suspended. You can't go out of the state or out of anywhere. If you have to fly somewhere, you can't go because they're gonna see that shit is a dove. And
But that's if they
I
don't pay, right?
yeah, if they don't pay, there's two ways of
Okay.
doing it too. Because I feel like people get confused.
I'm
Like when
asking
they
because
say,
I don't do. Maybe I was just raised different, but I
yeah,
don't do child support. Like for me, to me, it's pointless.
yeah.
But go ahead, do your stuff first, and then I'll do my little side. I'm sorry, I was just asking for
No, you good.
clarification.
So there's two ways of doing it. Cause I be hearing too that if my baby father don't have a job, do I still get child support? Yes and no. If he's not on the books or in payroll, they have to have a social security card connected to the job. If you pay, they pay underneath the table, they would have to go to the local child support branch to like make a deposit, like an ATM basically. You have to go make a
Mhm.
deposit to the person or whatever with the case number, this and third. But how I'm going through it, my baby father has to have a job. He has to be through the system or whatever, and they garnish it out of his wages. I feel like that's the best way. You don't got to meet up with the guy. It's just like, you know what, you got a job. This you, and they see it. It's not like they don't see it. They can't be like, oh, I'm not on child support, bro. You know you're on child support. It literally says, I think it says child support deduction, and it gives you like an amount. Like you would know. Like if your amount everything is $1,400 and now it's at $1,200, nigga, you just got child support got taken out of your account. So there are two ways of getting it, but it's just so funny when guys like, I'm not on child support, bro. When you know you're on child support. It's like one of the things that you know. So I don't know. I feel like child support it's giving, like it's good for the parents, well, for the parent that's taking care of the children or child at the time until I guess he or she. Cause I know girls go on child support too. I'm hearing that's a new thing. Girls are going on child support. I feel like once there's enough compensation, they understand like, listen, like this is a day-to-day thing. I need help with these kids or children. It's like, all right, it's up to the person to be like, all right, I'm gonna take you off. My aspect on it, I don't know. I don't think I'll ever keep it a buck. I don't think I'm ever gonna take my baby father on child support. I'm gonna keep it real. It's not me being a bitter baby mom. It's just so he knows that you have responsibility to take care of. You're not gonna help me constantly or consistently, or I gotta reach out to you and call you. I might as well make the government fucking do it. They're gonna do it regardless. So
Okay, I
I
got you.
came from a household of quote unquote child support. So
You,
yeah.
what does that mean? You came from a household of child
Well,
support.
not my grandparents. My grandfather, and my grandmother been together for like ever. So I'll say over 50 plus years. So I didn't grow up with them, but my mom has me and my other two siblings' fathers on child support. So I came from my mother. So once I talked to her about it, she told me, what I'm basically telling y'all now, like what I've known going through child support since 2016 to 2022 now, and then learning from my mother, and then going through the system, going to New Brunswick, and they telling you, what you need to know. But I feel like that's for me, it was very emotional because I didn't want to be part of the system. I didn't want to be part of the statistics. Single black mother with two kids, baby father ain't shit. I didn't want to go through that. Me and my baby father were together for 2+ years before we had our children. So it's like, kind of sucks having to do it, but I feel like I'm an emotional creature anyway. So once me and Kiana did go to New Brunswick and we did do what we did, I just was like, I shut down. I was like, damn, like I really did this shit. Like I'm officially part of that statistic that I would never think I would be a part of. So I feel like child support is very an emotional state. Like for me, I don't know about anybody else, but for me, it was hard. At the time, I didn't have as much support, but now that my kids are
Hmm.
older, I have like their godparents, Ebony
Right.
out helping with Josiah. I have Janae's godparents, Letitia and Ryan. They help me out with Janae, but it just sucks because their father not helping out. I got to go through the system for you to help me out. Like that's fucking trash. I
Right.
never believed in child support. I don't know who said that.
Yeah, let me get
Oh
my
yeah,
little intake on it
oh
before we
God.
start. Yeah. So it's not that I don't believe in child support. I feel like whatever is good for you is good for you. If it works for you in your household, then it works for you in your household. As for me, in my opinion, I just feel like it's useless for me because money don't substitute for an actual parent being there.
That.
So, like, I understand that, yeah, I need help taking care of my kids. Yes, it took two of us to make this baby, but money don't substitute for a physical. And I'm going to say it in my aspect because, like, my oldest two, their dad is not in their life.
Mm-hmm.
So, money, even if he was giving child support, that money don't substitute for him still being an absent parent.
Amen.
So I feel like sometimes people use it, and yes, we got tons of people we know in the Black community. There's tons of females who use it as a crutch because they are bitter. Um, and I felt like because of what me and my oldest two father went through, I felt
Mm-hmm.
like if I did that, then it would look like I was coming off bitter.
Yeah.
So that and the fact that I don't that and the fact that in the Black community, I don't know how they do it down in New Brunswick,
Mm-hmm.
but in essence, up here in the hood, as you say, in the hood, if they don't pay the child support, they send them to jail. And I'm like, okay, how does that, how does that help my kids? If you don't pay your child support, number one, you on child support because you're already an absent parent. That's my
Mm-hmm.
take on it. And then
Yeah.
if on top of that, if you're not paying, then you in jail. So now you're even more absenter than you were
Mm-hmm.
originally prior to you being on child support. Because if
Because
you're
they don't
not
get
paying,
paid,
they send
right?
you
They
to
don't
jail.
get paid in jail, right?
No, I don't think they do that. That was like back in the day when they made license plates and they gave you 10
Yeah.
cents a license plate. I don't think they do that no more. I mean, I don't know. I've never been to jail. I don't know. But that's just my take on it. I just feel like it, it's like, to me, it's like real iffy when you, first of all, to me, I just feel like, and that's just how I grew up.
Yeah.
I just feel like it's real iffy when you even get the government involved in you and your household business. Okay. And
Mm-hmm.
that's just from my upbringing. Not everybody's the same. Everybody's like, okay, we on child support. We on child support. That's what he deserved. Okay. But for me, like my upbringing was different. And to get the government involved is kind of like, I don't know. I don't like that. Like I'm already a secretive, private person in my being, regardless. So it's like to add somebody else into the mix of what's going on in my life is kind of like, and then for me, it's just like, to me, it's just like, okay, what's the difference from him being on child support and not paying, and me doing it by myself, regardless if he on child support or not? Either way, I'm not getting this extra help from him. So
Mm-hmm.
putting him on child support, all that's doing is putting him in jail. Like that's just how I feel. All it ends up is him being in jail, and it's like jail don't benefit the kids either. And
See,
if he
that's the
can't
difference
pay
between
the
out
child
there and
support,
out here. They don't get
yeah,
sent to
like
jail.
neither they don't go to jail. Like I
They
mean,
don't go to
I think
jail.
honestly, I think jail is the last step that they do, right?
Okay.
I feel like jail is the last step that they do. I feel like they do that. They fine you, they take away your driver's license, they take away this, they take away that. But in the end, it's just like if he can't pay, he can't pay. So they end up eventually, if he can't pay, eventually he end up going to jail for back child support.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and they give him what 30 days to whatever they give him, and then he still come out and he's still not paying no money. So it's just like it's iffy. Like, oh, granted, you do get men who are like, okay, you got me on child support. I understand it's my child. Why I'm gonna pay my child support? Boom, that's what the court did. Boom, boom, boom. I would prefer to try to work something out outside of the court system
Yeah.
than to actually be
Definitely.
doing it in the court system. I mean, I just feel like child support is just another crutch for men to be like, oh, because I don't know how to explain it. It's just, for me and mine, it don't work.
Yeah.
It's just
That's what I'm
something
saying.
I'm
Before
not.
I even did it with Dante, I mean, I wish I had his sisters on here because they would even tell you when Dante was living in Plainfield, they would, they would babysit. Well, before Janae was even born, it was Josiah more than Janae, which is I went through it with Josiah more. He was helping me out when he used to work at the car wash. He'll give me like $20 here and there and whatever, and he'll buy like Pampers, wipes. But then once I saw he wasn't the man that I thought that he could be for Josiah. I cut it all like, yo, I don't want to be with you no more, this and a third. Um, I started, dating other people. He got mad because there are guys
Yeah,
out here that could be very bitter.
that's one thing I learned about, and I'm not going to say just in men. That's one thing
Yeah.
I learned about humans in general. Sometimes we don't know how
Mm-hmm.
to separate the relationship between our spouse and our
Right.
child. So when the relationship ends with the spouse, it's kind of like, okay, so the relationship got to end with the child too. And
Exactly.
that's not what it is. That's not what it is. I'm not like, and men take it as men take it as us being bitter. Not saying that men can't be bitter too, because Lord knows it's
Mm-hmm.
really some bitter ass men out here.
Heavy.
But men take it as us being bitter, and it's not that. It's just we want you to understand that. We want you to understand that you don't have to have a relationship with me to also have a relationship with your child. It's two different relationships. Like I teach my kids all the time. Like I teach my kids that the way I break it down to my children is for every person that you love in your life, there's a different bank account. Or there's a different bank account. So to love me and to love your other parent, you don't have to withdraw from my bank account to put it into your father's bank account to make sure that you love him. I have a separate bank account. He has a separate bank account. Everybody that you love comes with a separate bank account, meaning that you don't have to take away love from one person to make sure that you love the other. But I just feel like us as humans, we tend to get, especially when our emotions are involved, it just makes stuff harder, right? Like we don't think before we react sometimes, and then it's like, okay, the relationship over, fuck you and everything that came with the relationship. Unfortunately, sometimes the kids come with that relationship. And in the end, they're the ones that end up suffering because it's like, we don't know how to separate the two relationships.
No, that's true. Because, yeah, once me and Dante weren't together no more, it was just like, all right, well, I don't got no kids. I'm like, oh, well, okay. And then I kept
See,
trying and
somebody
trying and
made a good
trying.
point.
What happened?
It says, and not getting the full balance. They making him pay because they taking their portion first. That is true. That is true. When you put somebody on child support, the government get their cut regardless. So all the money they really taking out of his check is not even going to the kids. The government got to take a little piece of that too.
See, I never knew that. That I didn't know.
They tax that. They tax that too, just like they tax regular stuff. They might be
Yeah, they're
withdrawing
always trying to get
400. They
something.
might be withdrawing like 300 from him, and he like, dang,
Yeah.
she taking $300 for one child, and all they doing is sending that baby $150 a month.
Mm.
And that's just what it is. At least that's how
See,
I
that's
feel.
why
I
I'm
think that's
glad
what.
how, like, I see that this, you know how it's funny right now? It's a whole lot of females up here right now, but there's no men up here. And
That's
our
crazy.
last
Last
two
last
segments,
two times we
it was
want to
all
talk
the
about child
guys.
support, it was all the men up here.
We want to hear both sides. Like, let's keep it. We got me and Dan are trying to get you guys to understand. We want to hear both sides. We don't always want to hear all female sides because, like I just said before, there are some females on child support too. And if you men feel a type of way, let us know because we want to know too. Because again, me and Danny have two different sides. I'm not gonna say I'm pro child support, but when me and my baby father were together, again, we were together for 2+ years before we even thought about having Josiah and Janae. Once Josiah got here, that's when it got real gutty. Like, all right, so I'm gonna work here, you're gonna work there. We're gonna do what we gotta do. Once I realized and saw that he wasn't being a father to his first child, his first boy, it was like, all right. So I went to my mom, like, yo, what should I do? She gave me some tea. I said her respectfully. I called my father. My father has some tea, different aspects because the male aspect, the female aspect. There's two sides to the
Right.
story. Then I talked to Kiana before she even had her son. It was like, yo, like, what should I do for someone that, doesn't have a child, but like I have one now. Like that's all I really had was Kiana and Ebony. And they both of them at the time they had no kids. So it was like I got two of my girlfriends that don't have kids yet. And then I got my mom, my father, who always go tit for tat when it comes to me. So it's like I kept trying to reach out to Dante, and Ebony and Kiana would tell you, like, I've always tried to reach out to Dante. Like, it was always like a tit for tat with him. And I was like, yo, once you get fed up, it's like, yo, fuck it. Like, I gotta do what I gotta do for the best for my son. So then
Right.
once Janae got here, I'm like, all right, so now we got another one. And he was still doing what he do. Let me just keep it bug with y'all too. My kids are 13 months apart, so they're back to back. So when me and my baby father were together, we were still together. We were just trying to figure out as parents, the young parents at that. So it's like once Janae was here, I'm like, yo, I don't have time. Like I'm just gonna cut you off, add Janae onto child support and just be, let bygones be bygones. Now that he see after 5 years, like, yo, I'm not playing with no ish when it comes to me and my kids. I've leveled up between 3 or 4 apartments. I don't really need child support. I'm not gonna say I don't. I really don't need child support at this point. I make really good money. My kids are well taken care of when it comes to my friends, their godparents, and my parents and my grandparents and my whole entire family.
So,
So I really
I'm gonna
don't.
play. I'm gonna play devil's advocate right now. So, if you don't need the child support, why is he still on it?
Because I haven't had a chance to go down to CS. That's why.
Oh, so you plan on taking
Yeah.
him off, or you just
Oh
like
yeah, I'm
fuck it? He
definitely
gonna child support. He on child support.
I'm actually going to file for full custody of both my children because it's like if you're not gonna help me, what the fuck is the point? I'm doing everything by myself or with my family. So it's like, yeah, once I make that time with
So
when they,
basically, you was damned if you do, damned if you don't, because he's still not helping. And that's
yeah,
I'm not trying to put it out there, but that was my take on it. Like child support doesn't substitute him actually being a father to these
no,
kids. They don't care.
nope,
Them kids don't care about how much money they taking out his paycheck every week. They care about whether he's showing up to their graduation. They care about whether he's showing up for my soccer games, my football games.
yeah,
If I could call him and be like, "Oh, daddy, I need," like they don't care about the child support. Kids don't know. My thing is just kids don't know what child support is.
nah,
Only adults know. Oh, he not taking care of his baby. I'm gonna go down there and put him on child support. Oh, she not taking care of her child. I'm gonna go down there and put him on child support. The kids don't know that. All the kids care about is whether daddy gonna show up to my graduation.
exactly,
All the kids care about is it's report card day. Is daddy going to come and pick up my report card? Is mommy coming to parent teacher back to school night? That's all the kids really care about. They don't really care about child support. And that's why I made the decision that I wasn't going to put him on child support. For what? If you're going to be absent now, you're going to be absent on child support. And that's just what it is. Like, if you're going to be absent now, you're going to be absent on child support. And I just feel like going down there to do that long process and end up, I'm not saying all your business, but your business is in there and it's like, and then, okay, say for instance, if it's a point that he does pay, okay, they taking out of his check. Okay, you get to buy the kids a little extra thing for Christmas. You get to buy the kids a little extra whatever they need here and there. But them kids still don't got no father.
nope,
And that's my whole point about it. Like, child support is not going to make him step up. Yeah, it's going to help you financially, but them kids don't give a fuck. And that's just the real shit. Them kids do not notice, oh, my mommy getting child support for my dad, so now I can get the Nike sneakers instead of the ones from over here. Right? Like they don't know that. All they know is, dang, I had graduation today and daddy didn't show up. Dang, I got all good grades on my report card today and daddy wasn't even there to see it.
yeah,
Or mommy wasn't there to see it, because we're gonna put it out there. It's some raggedy ass, ain't shit ass.
I'm working from home.
It's some raggedy ass mamas out there too. So it's like the kids don't know about child support. All they know is who's there when they need them. Who shows up for the little things that we think don't count, but it actually counts to them. So that's just my take. Half the kids don't see that child support. For real, because mine would have went to, if I was getting it would have been going to the light bill or something. They wouldn't even been knowing about it. But that's just my take on it. It's just like the kids don't. I get the point of needing the extra help financially, but when it comes to mentally for them kids, they don't know. Unless you got 14, 15 grown-ass kids in your motherfucking business and shit like that, then they'd be like, all right, daddy, I need some money. That's when the kids start calling. Oh, daddy, I need some money for some Nike sneakers. I need this, I need that. That's when the kids start calling. But when they're younger, it's like they don't really know. They really don't know shit about child support. All they know is I needed sneakers, mommy bought the sneakers. I needed clothes for school, mommy bought the clothes for school. I wanted McDonald's today because I felt like I was doing good, mommy bought the McDonald's, or daddy bought the McDonald's, or whatever the case may be. That's all the kids know. They really don't know what child support is. And that's just my take on. That's why I just feel like it's useless. Because if he's not gonna be in their lives, it's like, for what? Okay, you giving me a little money here and there, but that doesn't substitute for you being a father. That's not going to substitute for when your kids are older, they 21, 22, and now they coming to you like, well, damn, you wasn't there. What the hell happened?
Girl, that's what I was just talking to one of my girlfriends about. It'd be so funny if, like, our kids go big and then he come around like, hey, I'm like, no, did you put the time, the effort, the sweat, the tears, the gas money? No, I did everything.
The funny thing about it is, when that time comes, you're not even going to be the one to have to say nothing to them. The kids going to be like,
they're gonna know.
Where was you when I needed you? And that's the problem with, I feel like us as adults, we feel like when the kids get older, then it's like, oh, now I can explain to you what was going on, what happened. But it's like I feel like sometimes you gotta say stuff to them in that moment, but you gotta make sure that you're saying it in the right way so they know. But that's a whole nother conversation. We were talking about child support. Yeah, that's just my take on child support. For me and mine, it don't work. Cause to be honest, damned if I do, damned if I don't. If I do it, I ain't gonna get no money. If I don't, I still ain't getting no money. It's still me out here getting off the phone and getting in the field. It's still me. Like I gotta do it on my own. And I feel like sometimes, and there is, because I'm going to do it for the men. I'm going to do it for the men out there. Y'all know I'm an advocate for all sides. I know some of y'all is out here like, oh, y'all bitches be using that shit as a crutch. Y'all bitches just bitter. Yeah. It's another, and it's sad that sometimes it does end up being that way. It's another platform for someone to be bitter. Because a lot of people, to keep it real, a lot of females in our community go down to that child support office to be fucking bitter, and that's just what it is. Y'all can hate me later. I don't give a fuck. Danny said it. Y'all go down there to be fucking bitter, and y'all feel like if y'all
me for the next bitch, I put them on child
right, and y'all feel like I don't know who this is. Mr. Say I did salute the single dads. I did say it was some bitter. It's some ain't shit ass mamas out here too, you know, and it just happens, and it's sad that it happens that way because regardless if it's a single dad taking kids, stand up to y'all because if y'all know that shit not easy to be a man and have to do that. I know that shit takes an even more toll because they say like they say women we're natural nurturers, like that's what we do, like we're there to kiss the kids boo boo.
That's a strong ass man.
But yeah, because men are not natural. At least that's what they say. Men are not natural nurturers. So for a single dad to step up and do everything, like I really commend the men out here who stepped up to do it on their own. And not even that, I'm gonna commend the men out here that are stepping up to be a father to their kids, whether you're together with the mother or you're not together. Being a parent is not easy.
No, it's not.
One bit. Being a parent is not easy. I don't even think we talking about child support no more, but hey, whatever. That's just that. So stand up to y'all. Shout out to y'all. If you a single mother and you doing it on your own, shout out to you. If you a single dad and you doing it on your own, shout out to you because we all know that shit is not easy.
No, it's not.
And that's just my little, I don't think child support is really, I don't think it really helps the child. It helps you because that's one less bill or one less something you gotta pay for. But as far as the child, that's not really helping the child. Yeah, the child he give you $100. All right, you able to put a little extra food on a plate, a little extra whatever. But as far as raising the child, you still doing it on your own.
Mm-hmm.
With the child support, you're still raising that child on your own. And that's why for me, it just doesn't work in my household. I'd rather just do it by myself. That's just how I feel.
It's funny.
I'm sorry. I've been ignoring the comments.
Yeah, let's start. I'm about to go through them now. Hold on. I'm about to go to the top. So.
Robbie said, fuck them kids.
I saw that. Nerves, yo.
It's always fuck them kids.
What? Robbie and Dreadhead 98. No, what's it called?
He not in here today.
No, he ain't here. Kiana said I tried to have a agreement outside of court, but that doesn't work. So I went to the middleman. She put in quotation court.
True. Sometimes you do, right? Sometimes you do. Sometimes you try to be, the bigger person. You go to him like, look, anytime the baby needs something, can I call on you? Ooh, ooh, ooh. If it don't work and child support was what you thought was best, then that's what was best. I'm not saying I'm not saying that you're wrong for going and putting him on child support. I'm just saying for me and my household, it don't work.
And that's what we said
that's
before.
It.
Like,
I can only speak from my experiences.
Danny, exactly. Me and Danny have two different experiences. I went to child support. She didn't go to child support. As I see, I've been going. He's been on child support since 2017, 16. It's now
And
2022.
mine ain't
It
never been on child support. I
it
just
ain't
don't.
working. So
I don't do. And maybe that's just my upbringing, but it's just not.
yeah,
It's not for me because I just feel like if he ain't had no money when we had the baby, he ain't got no money now. If he went and he
exactly.
ain't shit when we had the baby, and I noticed that he wasn't taking care of them damn kids, he ain't gonna take care of them now. And that's just what it
But see,
is.
that's the flip side too, because before the kids were even born, everybody was being taken care of. Is this once that extra bill come in, which is a child, now you got to figure shit out because now it's like, all
Yeah,
right, we got a
because
whole
the
new.
thing is, y'all, everybody out here be wanting to have, we about to tie two segments in one. Hello. Everybody
I'll
be
take
out
that one
here
off.
wanting to have babies with somebody, but then when a baby comes in, shit changes.
Yep.
Shit changes. I've learned that. Like, I had my first daughter when I was 18, I believe. Yeah, I think I was 18. And a lot of shit changed for me and their father at the time. One of us had to grow up and it ended up
Yep.
being me. Well, at that time, both of us had to grow up. Let's keep it 100.
Exactly.
We
Yeah.
both had to grow up and it just so happened that he didn't and I did.
hmm And it sucks to
And
have to be
that's
that
what
way.
changes. I
It takes
matured
two to
and
make a
at that point in
child, and
time,
then
he didn't and shit started going left from there. And then because I was going in a different direction than he was, not only was the separation between the two relationships couldn't happen. It was just at that point he didn't know how to separate my relationship with him and the kids' relationship. So we had to sever ties. And then once ties got severed, shit went left. It just happens. Like that's normal shit. You sometimes you be so in love with somebody and you don't even notice that them y'all going in two different directions. You might be trying to better yourself and go this way, and this nigga stuck in the gutter. And then y'all throw a baby in the mix, and you like, damn. Now you like, damn. I really got to push myself to do better, and the other person isn't, and that's when a lot of shit changes when you have a baby. That's just how I
hmm
feel. If y'all mindset is not in the same direction, like yo, this is what we gonna do for our kids. We got to do better for our kids. Then it just doesn't work out, and if he always had that mindset, I just feel like putting him on child support is pointless. Cause it be bitter mothers, bitter dads, bitter everybody. They out here running from everything. If he can't grow up, he gonna be out here running the rest of his fucking life. He or she, cause some of y'all mothers be on child support too, and y'all running from that
hmm
shit too. Cause the baby daddy taking care of the baby, and you out here in the streets every night. Oops, sorry y'all. You out here in the street every night popping pussy on a handstand, and you ain't taking care of your child. Just like it's niggas in the hood every night
hmm
they show up there faithfully for their homies, but you won't show up to your child's graduation, and vice versa. That just is what it is. But yeah, that was my little take on child support. It's not for me. It's not for me. It might be for y'all. We not saying don't put your baby daddy on child support. If it worked for you, it worked for you. I'm not saying fuck the system. I mean fuck the system because they kind of against us. But we'll talk about it that some other time. But yeah, it's just child support works for some people and then it doesn't work for some people. And then like that was like the person was saying, she tried to go let's handle it outside of going to court
hmm
and it didn't work, so you went the child support route. Okay.
But is it still
I'm about
working
to be
though? That's
nosy.
the
Is he
question.
paying his child
That's what I
support?
say. Is it working? Is
Is
it
it
working?
working? Do he show up for graduations? Do he show up?
Birthday is
Because
cool.
sometimes, right? Because sometimes you put the other parent on child support and they don't show up still.
They leave.
And some of them feel like, I just gave you. They just took $200 on my check. What the fuck I need to come to the graduation for? You know, that's just what happens. I don't know what else to say. Sometimes
Yeah.
it works. What's good for the goose ain't always good for the gander. I know they say that, but in these type of situations, what's good and it's not always, what works for one person is not always going to work for the other. And whatever sees fit in your household is what you should do. Don't be going down there taking your baby daddy off child support. Talking about Danny said child support ain't good. Don't go down there and listen to me. Get your money, sis. That's all I'm saying. But I just feel like if the parent is going to be an absent parent, child support ain't going to make him be a parent. All
Yeah.
you're going to be doing is getting money. And then they're going to use that as, some people use that. Like, oh, I just sent you. You just got $200 on my paycheck. What the fuck I need to come to the first day of school for?
Mm. That's what I'm saying. Who said that? I think it was Kiana. Kiana, is
I
you
think it was.
oh, there she go. Never mind. He matured a lot since I put him on and shows up for everything. I'm currently in
I'm
the
currently in the
process of
process of
taking
taking
him
him
off.
off.
See,
I will take this
it
a long
takes
time
us
to
a
get
long
them
time.
off.
It takes
Well,
us a
see,
long
in your
Same
situation,
as us.
it worked out. He was like, "Oh shit, she not playing. She
Mhm.
dead ass about to take a kid. And
And you have to pay to take
pay
what?
to take him
Gotta
off.
pay.
What you mean pay? Like a $30? I need to take him off application fee, or
Application
like,
fee, yeah.
you gotta give him some
Bread.
bread. You gotta give them some bread. Like I need to know what kind of.
Yo,
First of all,
that's crazy. You
so
gotta pay
did
them to
you have
take
to
you off of child support.
wait? Because I don't even know shit about child support. Do you gotta pay to put them on child support?
No, you don't. You just gotta show that you was pregnant and that they, that's that. Then that's the daddy. That's it. You don't gotta pay for shit. Before you to take them off, you gotta pay. That's dumb. Yes, and it's an app.
That's
How much is the fee?
how much is the application fee? We need to
Wait, is
know.
that? Hold on, Kiana. Is that New Brunswick?
File a motion. You got to file a motion to take them off of it or put them on.
$25. They'll take them off. It's probably like 25. That's
Because we need to know.
crazy.
Because if I had to file to put him on, if I had to pay to put him on, why I got to pay to take him off? That don't make no sense. See? That's just another way the system is just corrupt. They're going to get their money any way they can. Any way they can. Oh, you put this bum ass nigga on child support, you want to take him off? Oh, okay. Pay me some money, we'll take him off. Yeah, pay me some money and we'll take him off.
Hold on, yeah,
It's only $25, but still, you have to file a motion to dismiss the case. Yeah, that's too much.
That's crazy.
That's too much.
You want me to drive up there,
And then it's
pay
like
that $25, and then it takes
to take him off.
How long
I was already up there for 4 hours trying to fill out the application to put him on. Cut me a fucking break.
Wow.
That's crazy. I never knew that. Who is raining air break?
I don't know. That's
Hamid.
crazy.
That should say Hamid.
I'm glad I know this now when I go take Dante off, but I gotta pay $25. That's crazy. It's free to put them on. You gotta pay money to take them off. That's dumb as hell. That's ass backwards. I'm sorry,
it really is. Backwards. That's stupid. It's really stupid. I don't know. I ain't never been on no child support. I ain't never put nobody on child support. Don't want to do it. It's just not for me. But for all that, I could take that $25 and go buy my kids some shirts at Walmart. Like,
that's crazy. I could put $25 in my gas tank.
Right. Gas expensive out here. I need that $25 for my tank. My shit be almost on E every 2 days. I ain't got time for that.
That just blew my mind.
I never knew you had to pay to take somebody off of child support. That's crazy.
That is crazy. Hold on, Kiana.
That's something new. Who's that?
You're not letting me, Kiana. Oh, there she go. All right, Key, give us this tea, y'all, because that's crazy. Where's she at? Kiana? Oh, shit.
Yeah, sis. Your Wi-Fi messing up. You got too many apps. You got too many stuff connected on the Wi-Fi. Come on, you gotta let something go. That's wild. I didn't know you had to pay to get take somebody off child support.
That's different. Like that's really
different. Already paying hundreds of dollars, and I gotta pay to take him off. That's crazy. Kiana, we about to take you off, baby girl. Yeah, there you go. Fix your Wi-Fi, then jump back on. Yeah, she got bad Wi-Fi for real. I did not know that. That's wild. I didn't know that either. That's wild. I didn't know that. See, you learn something new every day. Another reason why I would not go down there because they is not getting my $25 to take his ass off child support. No, sir. Not me. I mean, I don't believe in child support regardless.
Hold on. She's trying again.
She trying again. Come on, Kiana. Yeah. We need the tea. Hold on. Bear with us, y'all. We trying to get Kiki up here.
Can you guys hear me now?
Yeah.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm sorry. It's not my Wi-Fi. I'm working. I promise.
Oh, it's the job's Wi-Fi. It's okay.
No, I'm home.
Oh.
But it is $25 when you go there because I called and they said you have to come to. I do Somerset County, not New Brunswick.
Okay.
So okay. You fill out the paperwork and you got to pay $25.
That's
so it's basically like a paperwork fee. So they charging you to file whatever needs to be filed to take him off of it.
Exactly.
That's dumb.
Mm-hmm.
So New Brunswick might be the same amount, if anything, because Somerset New Brunswick ain't but that far.
write so much in this little comment section, so that's why I requested to join so I can tell you.
It's fine.
Appreciate it, girl, because I need to know.
Yeah.
That's crazy. So it's free to
You
do
know,
it, and I
like
gotta
that.
pay.
Yeah, that's kind of wild to me that you got to pay to take him off child support, but you didn't have to pay to put him on.
I feel like it should be the other way around. I feel like you should pay
Yeah,
to do it.
I
And
think you
if I
should
want
pay to
take
put him
off,
on
should be
it.
free.
I mean, I
Like,
think
why am I
regardless,
paying y'all?
to be honest, I think all around it should be free. If I'm putting him on and taking him off, why is it not free?
That's like
And
that's what I'm saying. It's
whatever-
backwards. That's so backwards.
Whatever they owe you, like let's say he owes you still 15,000, that's not dismissed. You still have to pay that to you.
You still have to pay the back owed.
So either way.
So they still so do you know if they give him time? Like, is there a time limit once he's off that he has to pay the back by,
No.
or no?
Once you're in the rears,
You're just in the rears.
oh L.
So if you take him off of child support and he's in the rears, and he say if he's trying to make payments, where does that money go? Because he's no longer on child support.
Well, so
When
you were
if
the government.
You'll get it.
So you'll still get it even though he's off of child support. So what the hell is the point of being off of child support if you're still... Yo, that's crazy.
Yeah.
It's basically
See,
set
the
up for them
system
to
a little
bail
wacky.
still.
The system a little wacky because I don't understand.
What's the point? If I'm off of
Because
child
then
support,
it's like, my thing is like, okay, you know how there's a certain way that he pays, right? Say, for instance, if he going down there, he actually pay. He can submit it online or go down to the courthouse, whatever the case may be. So if you take him off of child support, he no longer has access to do that. So where are they getting the money from?
You still have a card
So basically it'll be deposited into her card.
until.
So even though he's off of child support, he could still go down and be like, oh, I want to pay my child support that's in the rears. I'm putting this towards my child support in the rears.
That's crazy.
Oh, wow.
I don't like that.
I didn't know that. That's crazy. Because
so
I would think you
backwards.
off child support, he don't own none of that shit.
It's finito.
Yeah.
Like, all right, well,
Especially if
me
it's,
and the
my
baby
thing
mom
is,
good,
especially
me and
if
the
it's
baby
the
mother
mother
good.
going down there and taking him off child support. Like, if I go down there as the mother and I'm like, hey, I want to take him off child support, doesn't that say, hey, I don't want this money from him, I don't need this money from him?
Exactly.
Going forward, but it's still a debt. He still owes you something from when the baby was 2. Just because he's 5 now doesn't mean he doesn't owe you that. At one point, he still owed you that money. So that's why.
true. Yeah, that makes sense.
That's true. Yeah,
So
I
when you put
guess.
him on, I mean, yeah, but now that he's older, he's like 6, 7. It's like, well, you still owe me when he
You
was
still owe that
born.
back money, right?
Yeah. Damn. So either way, they gotta pay it regardless. It ain't no
Yeah.
getting out of that.
On
Either
child
way.
support, not on child support, he got paid. That's
Exactly.
crazy.
Ain't that some shit?
I ain't never knew that.
Some shit. We learned something new today because I didn't know that.
Yeah.
I didn't know I had to pay for it. So when I go down, I'm like, how much is this shit? I'm like, man, I hope that shit's $25. I could do 25. I'm hoping because that's crazy.
Yeah. In summer.
I just think it's weird you gotta pay to
I'm gonna
take
look
him
it up
off.
now.
Like, that's a whole different ball game. Like, dang, you ain't had to pay to put him on, but you gotta pay to take him off of it?
Right?
And why are you
That's a
taking
little...
off?
Why am I taking Dante
Like,
off?
what's the reason? Yeah.
He's present. He's helping. Even when
Okay.
he's not like when he comes over to see the kids, he's giving me money instead of putting it on, child support. Like, he's like, here. Like, I wasn't able to go down to New Brunswick. I was already going to Somerville. Why do I gotta go down? And he just gives me the cash. So
Right.
I was like, all right, but he's been doing it ever since Josiah's birthday. Even though he didn't come to Janae's birthday, he still sent me money through Cash App. Even though he knows he can send it through, child support. So he's been consistently giving me money either through child support or giving me it to my hand or on the app. And we've been having conversations. So it's like he's trying now. Even though it took a long ass time, he's officially trying to be. So that's
So
the
you
only reason
feel
why,
like
he's trying.
you don't feel like you doing it too early?
Since 2017?
I mean, no, like taking him off. You don't feel like you taking him off too early? Like, okay, now he trying, but what if as soon as you take him off, he like, bitch, I'm ghost.
But either way, if I take him off, like,
What if he? I mean, I don't mean to say it like that, but it's really some shady ass niggas out here. What if he doing it? Like, I'm just saying. Maybe it's just me, But I'm just saying, like,
but just like
you
what
don't
Kiana
think?
said, even if we take him off, they still gotta pay. But like, even if he does dip, it's like either way, I'm good. Like, even if he doesn't help me pay for Josiah Janae for her to start gymnastics, I already pay for her tuition every day. That bitch going back. Not calling my daughter a bitch, but she going back to gymnastics. I pay for Josiah to do swimming classes in YMCA. Even when Dante wasn't helping me, I was still giving my grandparents and Janae's tuition for them to do sports. Like I feel like
So,
now that I'm
so that
older,
still goes back to my question. What was your? Well, I don't think I asked. What was your purpose of putting him on child support if you was doing it by yourself?
at the beginning I
Because
wasn't.
you saying you don't need his child support. So, what is your purpose of putting
Like
him
I
on
said,
child
at
support?
the beginning, I was asking him for help. I was calling him, texting him, all the whole nine, pulling up like, yo, I need help. He basically abandoned me with 2 babies at that point when I was trying to reach out and asking for help before I got help from my family and my friends and their godparents. I was asking the father. These are not their kids. These are our kids. I had them with you. I didn't have with my grandfather or Ebony or Kiana or their godparents. I had it with you. So for me to reach out to you and you not help me, all right, I'm trying before I even go to the courthouse to put you on. Now that you see, like, it's not that I'm trying to be bitter or petty. I was just trying to ask for help, but for you not to help me, that's messed up. And we went into this together. I didn't have these 2 kids by myself. They're both me and you. 27 chromosomes came from me and you. That's the reason why I went down, because I consistently kept asking him for help. And for you to keep dogging me or giving me like here and there money, like $10, $5, what I'm gonna do with that
But what
much
if that's
money?
all he had?
Girl, he had jobs.
That's not an excuse, because sometimes I only got $25 too, but I still got to take care of this baby.
Exactly. So I had to now add his money with my money. But now it's just like they're older now. It's a lot. Now
Yeah.
I feel like too, now that they're older, it's supposed to be a lot easier. It is what it is. At this point, I just know for me as a mom, a single mom, 2 kids, I could do this shit by myself.
Yeah.
It sucks that it took this long.
So don't. I'm about to say something, and I hope it doesn't offend anyone, right? So, are you really a single mother if you're getting help? And I'm not saying like from the government. I'm saying like you got grandma, auntie, cousin, nephew, sister, blah, 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 helping you. Does that really make you a single mother? Because I just feel like, for me personally, right? Here's my take on it. For me personally, my mother helps me. My father tries to help me when he can. Raylan's father helps me with my kids who aren't his kids, right? And I don't consider myself a single mother because there's other mothers out here who solely have just them. There's no mother, there's no father, there's no god sister, no niece, no nephew. Like, you get what I'm saying? If you can understand what I'm saying. So I was just asking because I don't consider myself a single mother because I'm a single mother because it's my kids and I'm raising them by myself. But there's other mothers out here who don't have help at all. No baby daddy gone. No mama to help, no grandparents to help, no cousins, no nieces, no godparents. I consider those people single mothers.
I feel like whoever does more for the child, I feel like I'm a single mother. I have him all the time. He comes, his father will come like every other weekend or whatever. But are you talking, Ashley?
No, I was reading. Sorry, I'm reading. I'm at work.
I'm sorry, I thought you were talking, but it looked like mute. But yeah, I have him all the time. You know what I mean? Legally, I have full custody of my son. But it's still court ordered where his father needs to see him certain days, but he still doesn't come on certain days. But, you know, he literally moved to a whole nother state and didn't say nothing for a year, didn't contact his son or anything like that. So those are my reasonings to even putting him on in the first place, because you can't just abandon a child and just go live your best life. You know what I mean? It's not fair to your child. You're not here, you're not paying, you're not doing this. So either we're going to do this voluntarily where, you know, without the court, or I'm going to have to go to the man in the middle. And that's what I did.
Right.
Likewise.
He comes to his birthday, like he helped me go half on the birthday party. It's school time, like he helped with all the school clothes and everything like that. So I feel like you're making an effort now. I didn't want to have to do that. I don't want to see you possibly lose your license when you drive for a living, go to jail, and you have multiple kids. I don't want to see you not be able to see any of them. So that's why I feel like, you know, John's taken care of at the end of the day, regardless of who does anything. Like, he's still gonna be great. So like, I had a question, like, why don't we even have you on it anymore? Just take him off. And that's where I'm at now. If that makes sense.
I was just asking.
Hey, Lex.
Hey, Lex.
I don't know you, but hey, Lex. I was just asking. That was it, you know. Don't shoot me, you know.
No.
That's what I said before. Like, we're coming from both sides. Me and Kiana both have our baby fathers on child support, and you took the route of not putting them on child support. So that's really it. I mean, no, I was the first with the whole situation.
So I have a question, right? I have a question, and I've been seeing it float all over Facebook. it was like, it was a thing on Facebook, and it was like, if you need to put your baby father on child support to take care of your baby, you don't need the baby. Or you don't need to be having kids. I wish I could find it right now, but I really can't. It was something like, if you need to put your baby father or the child's other parent on child support, then you shouldn't be the one taking care of the baby or some shit like that. Or you shouldn't be the one to have the. I forgot. I can't remember exactly how it was worded. If I find it, I'ma send it to y'all.
Yeah, because that's.
But I can't remember exactly how. And I saw it the other day, and I meant to screenshot it, but I was at work, and I was like, damn, I couldn't. And then how like sometimes you hit a page and then it refreshes and you can't find the shit no more. So that's what happened. But it was something like, if you need to put I guess it was saying something like, if you need to put the child's father on child support in order to take care of the kids, you shouldn't have had them kids in the first place.
But
sort
that's
of
not
thing.
always that wasn't our to go to. You feel me? Like we were, it's so hard to explain, but it's like that's not our first route. Our first route was like, I'm about to have this baby and put my baby father on child support. That's not the first route. As me and Cam kind of explained, we tried, like we were with these gentlemen for X amount of years or what have you. We try to communicate like, listen, we have 9 months to this baby get here. What are we finna do? Now, once Jackson and Josiah are here, now you want to act like you want to leave, you want to have other babies by somebody else, but not be here for that child. What do you expect us to do? We're trying to communicate and give y'all like other alternatives before we have to get to the middleman and go down there and go through the process of putting them on child support. It's the fact like, I told you I'm pregnant. We got 9 months. Let's have this baby shower. The baby here. Now I'm not ready. How you not ready, Mr. Sir?
And that statement is kind of contradicting. Like you answered the question in the question. Why should I have to put you, like, if you need to put the parent on child support, then you know what I mean? Like, why should you have to put the parent on child support in the first place? Why are you not doing your job?
Exactly. Y'all had 9 months to get y'all shit together. Ain't like the baby just popped right out after we had sex.
Exactly.
9 months for you to get your shit together. Now it's taking me 6 and 5 years to get my shit together, and you're still out here having other children, and you're still like, I don't understand. You had 9 months. Now, as mothers, we can't be like, oh, fuck this kid. Even though we're saying fuck these kids, but we can't be like, fuck this kid, I don't want to take it no more. No, we have to now sit here at home, bust our asses, take them to school, take them to sports, plan vacations, the whole nine. And it's like, damn, like, now I'm sitting here. We can't be like, all right, deuces, we out. Even with the single fathers, the single mom, the mom said, all right, deuces, we out. Now the single father saying here, like, shit, now I got a daughter, now I got a son. What am I about to do? Now they're doing the same thing we going through. We got to figure it the fuck out. It's sad we got to go to child support, but sometimes we really figure it the fuck out. Like, I had to figure the fuck out for Josiah today to go to school this year. Had to figure the fuck out. My grandparents can't pick him up. I had to figure it the fuck out. I got to plan on my boss. Hey, I got to leave at 3:45 to get my kids. I got to figure it the fuck out. When I can't go out with Kiana, I got to find a babysitter.
Or Danny.
Back in school. Much as logged on here to showing her she back in school. Now I gotta figure the fuck out what I'm gonna do for the life. I gotta figure it out. It's like Danny, we all now as single mothers, or even if we have a significant other that's helping us, we still gotta figure out when that our significant other lose their job. Now we gotta figure it the fuck out. We gotta figure it out, and that's why I be having.
I just feel like, and y'all about to go at my head. I just feel it. But I just feel like, yeah, I understand. Hear me out. Before I even say what I'm about to say, I understand that it takes two people to have a baby. I understand that. Solely. I didn't have my kids by myself either. But I just feel like when everyone decides to have a baby, y'all already knew that y'all got to figure it the fuck out.
Mm-hmm.
So I just feel like figuring the fuck out just comes with being a parent regardless if you're a single parent or a parent or a 2-parent household. Figuring the fuck out just comes with it. That's just that's it. That's all I have to say. Cause y'all trying to chew me up today. I don't know what's going on with these little podcasts. Everybody be coming at me.
Nah, we just giving our point of view about it, Ding. That's it. Just the moral of the story, that was not our first.
Yeah, I just like to be the devil advocate because I just want to say that if we had a whole bunch of other men listeners in here today, they would have called y'all bitter.
Really?
I think so.
Where is
I
that word?
think so. And I'm gonna tell you why, right? And I'm only gonna go solely off of Ashley because you said something, and I was like, damn, if I was a nigga, because you know I like to think, y'all know, a little background. I only used to hang out. I only hang out with men. Like that's my thing. I don't have a lot of female friends. I'm always around the guys and whatever the case may be. Da da da.
What did
You
I say?
said something, and I was like, damn, they would have called you bitter,
Me or Ashley?
Me.
Ashley,
What did I
because you was
say?
like, you out here having babies with other women.
Yeah.
That can come across a little, and I knew where you were coming from. I understand where you was coming from. It was like, why are you having more children when you can't even take care of the other ones you have? I understand that, but it wasn't. It was how you said it that would have came across bitter to a lot of men.
Um,
But you didn't say it like, what's the point of you having more kids if you can't even take care of the kids you got, right? You said, and I quote, you out here having babies with other people. That comes across a little bitter.
well, let's get it. Let's get this real clear. My first two were the first two, so I didn't have no issues with. You can do whatever fuck you want. Let's keep that buck right now. But yeah, I didn't feel like I had to say that because it is true. If you
I'm
can't
just
take care
saying,
of your first two,
y'all,
it's
I told
like,
y'all, I'm playing devil's advocate because we ain't got a lot of men in the comments. Somebody got to do it. So I was hoping Mr. Dreadhead was in here because I just knew he was about to act a fool in this
I'm
one.
interested. Why
I
he not in this
really
shit?
knew he was gonna act a fool in this one, but he's not here today.
Can you tag somebody? You can tag somebody, right, in this shit.
I don't know.
I'm
Oh,
about to
Kiana
tag him in
Gordon.
this shit. I think it was her Wi-Fi
But
again.
but
Nah, you can't
yeah,
tag him.
you know, that's
Damn.
it.
That sucks.
That's it. Is you know, I get where y'all coming from. Just absolutely don't put your baby father on child support if it ain't going to help the kids regardless. That's it. Bam. That's my take on it. Because the money don't supplement for him not being there and being an active father. That's just how I feel.
And if you want to take him off, it costs $25.
Yeah, and we just learned something new. If you got him on child support and you finna take that man off, girl, you gotta pay $25 to take him off. I'm gonna find out if that's for my Essex County people. We gonna find that out.
Right
We're
now,
gonna
I
see if
just
that's
Googled
for us
it.
too. We don't
I
know.
Googled it because that's
But I'm gonna
crazy.
find that out today. I'm gonna put it on my story after I find it out. I'm gonna be like to the whoever listen. Well, you gotta pay $25 down here in the hood too. That's it. You know. I don't know. That's just my take. Thank you, Kiki, for joining us. I know your Wi-Fi messing up, girl, but thank you, girl.
All right, I will chit chat with y'all.
We done, y'all. That's
later.
it.
That was the hour.
Thank you guys for joining and listening in with us. We'll see you guys next Tuesday, same time, 2 p.m. Oh,
Are we
somebody
sure?
else.
We're sure about that? We're sure. Right?
We sure for now.
Okay.
If stuff change, we'll let y'all know. We'll keep y'all updated. But as for right now, 2 p.m. on Tuesday. I'm out. I gotta go to the house. It's hot as fuck out here.
I'll talk to you.
Alrighty.